Baruch Hashem Noaitz. This is kind of a follow-up of my previous video, and in this very short video I just want to emphasize the chain of Torah transmission from the Rambam and until our own time. Now there's a direct chain of Torah transmission from the Rambam, whom the Yemenites call the Great Eagle, the Shira Gadol, and the legendary great rabbi Yichie Kapach or Yichie Kapich, Kafi, and he basically brought to the front the serious the seriousness of the matter regarding the the threat of people following their hearts and eyes and following Avodah Zarah instead of clinging to the Torah and adhering to the fundamentals of the faith. And he launched the movement Dor Daim. Not that it was a new movement, but rather it was just a new name and placing an emphasis on the importance of the matter of preserving the pure Torah traditions. And I think, was it not for him, then there would not have been anything like we see today. There would not have been any sages left that actually has a pure Torah, Masorah with pure Torah, without the tainted version of the Avodah Zarah of Platonism. So, and he taught that to his grandson Yosef Kafi. So we know that Rav Yichie Kafi wrote the book Milchemot Hashem, and his main student was his grandson Rav Yosef Kafi. Now, Rav Yosef Kafi, or Kapach, also wrote commentary on Mishneh Torah, among other things. Obviously, I do not know everything. And he also wrote Nusach, a prayer book, which obviously is part of the original tradition, which he called Siach Yerushalayim. It's basically the Nusach of the original, without the tainted. Okay, he did insert some other things in footnotes, but he continued the legacy of Rabbi Yichie Kafi or Kapach. Now, it seems to me that Rav Yosef Kapach had actually a few students, and I'm not entirely clear on who exactly each student was. And in my previous video, I've mentioned that one student is Ratzon Arusi. However, it came to my attention that it seems like, according to what he wrote, that the Zohar might be, or it seems to me that that's what he meant, might be a holy book, which is, once again, as I said previously, any person who follows the Mishneh Torah of the Rambam, and the Rambam is his main authority, also believe the Zohar is a holy book. It's a bit contradiction. It doesn't work, really. It really doesn't work. So there is one rabbi, Aharon Kapach, who also gives lectures, and Obviously, there's other rabbis as well. I'm not completely familiar with everything. Apparently, he still continues this original line of Torah. And a few of these videos can actually be found here on YouTube. You just go there. So here's the YouTube channel of, when we go in here to this logo, it shows us Rambam, Rabbeinu Moshe ben Maimonides, Umesorat Teman, and the tradition of Teman. Now here, obviously, they have mixed, or also the Baladi, who actually were part of the Ikshim, also believe the Zohar is holy book, but they also have the other Baladi who continues the legacy of Rav Yitzchak Kapach. So the point is, all of them base their Torah upon the Rambam. However, I think it's only a matter of time before everyone actually go back to the original legacy of Rav Yitzchak Kapach, because I think in today's world, the reason people accept the Zohar is because they do not know what's in it. It's possibly a reason, or they don't simply never learned it, or whatever the case might be, because you cannot possibly accept the Rambam and the Zohar at the same time, because people are taught, oh, you're not allowed to read it because it's such a mystical book, etc., etc., etc. Okay. So this is the YouTube channel of the Masorat Teman, of the tradition of Teman. Now, everyone here speaks Hebrew, but many videos are dubbed in English. So, a few things also for Noahites. You have to be careful not to obviously listen to Torah that specifically applies to Jews. Obviously, Jews can listen to anything, but Noahites, and also only specific teachers. But I think a person can obviously follow that, which teachers. I think, like I said, I don't know every teacher, but I've seen that Aharon Kapach is basically, from what I can understand, one of the teachers that actually still don't regard anything else except for the authentic tradition that he receives. Now, it seems to me the reason why this is because the Baladi is a mixed tradition. So the Baladi, obviously most of Judaism today are tainted, unfortunately. The Baladi is a bit mixed in its ideology. So you can have a Baladi, but you can have, or two Baladis. The one is part of what we call the Ikshim. The other one is called what we would call Dor Daim. So it is a bit different in their ideology. Like I said, the Ikshim is a bit it's a schizophrenic ideology. However, there is obviously a light at the end of the tunnel, in that the pure, authentic Torah tradition is preserved, and that is found in the Baladi Yemenite tradition of the Torah. B'ezrat Hashem, may they all start to follow this original pure line of Torah tradition. Chazak, v'nitchazek. be strong, and may we be strengthened.